Okay, everyone, welcome to Popcorn TV. My name is Stephen, and today I'm interviewing Jess Harnell.
Jess, yes, he is.
Welcome.
Hi, Steve. Welcome to Popcorn TV.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, Jess, you've done everything for the last 30 years, it seems.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, based on your filmography.
IMDb.
You basically are a section on IMDb. You've got so many properties attached to you.
Yeah, and they're hanging off me like warts.
Yeah, but positive warts.
Yeah, positive, happy warts, dude. Because those warts bought me a house.
Indeed. So, perhaps most famously, you're well known for playing Wacko Warner.
Yeah, on Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I loved the Animaniacs.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, then I say, hello, Steve, and Popcorn TV.
Isn't that weird? It's like your childhood just hit you in the face.
Yeah.
Like a wet fish.
Yeah, like a comedy assault.
Yeah, exactly, man. And you're thinking, wow, man, I didn't know Wacko looks like he's the bass player from Whitesnake.
But I mean, working on that project, obviously with people like Rob Paulson and Chris, how was it working with all these wonderful voice actors on such a popular franchise?
That's a great question. You know, your accent makes me feel less intelligent because it sounds so polished and nice. And I'm like, oh, no, here's this thing, man. When I did Animaniacs, what was great is they had the biggest voice actors in the world on that show. Like you said, Rob Paulson, Tress MacNeille, Frank Welker. These people are like the Mount Rushmore of voiceover. But what was good for me is I don't tend to get intimidated easily anyway. I don't really get nervous and nobody really intimidates me, which is cool. But I had no idea who any of these people were because my whole background was doing rock and roll, was being in rock bands and stuff like that. So when I booked the Animaniacs thing, which was I think I only booked it because I was the only one crazy enough to make Wacko one of the Beatles, which is an odd choice. Nobody else thought to do that. And Steven Spielberg heard it and said, yeah, that's funny, let's do it. So when I showed up to do the first session, if I was a cartoon fan, I mean, and I am, I love cartoons, but if I was aware of the people who make them, I would have been scared or like, oh my gosh, these guys are like the founding fathers of cartoons. But I wasn't because I didn't know who they were. So we sat there, we did the first session, and at the coffee break, we went out there to get a drink, and Rob comes over to me and he goes, hey man, it's really good to have you with us. You know, I'm Rob. I said, yeah. And I tried to think of something clever to say, but all I could say was this. It was great. I go, I really like it when you make when you make your voice sound like people that you're not in real life. That's what I said to him. And ever since then, we've been like best of friends. But I think that sometimes, just saying what comes to you with no filter can get you ahead, Like when I met Steven Spielberg, everybody was being really polite to him, and all I said was, I can't help thinking about how much money you have in your wallet right now. And I was the only one that he asked to go have a drink with him. So you see, sometimes you get ahead by being uncensored, man. This is good notes on Popcorn TV. All right.
So you've done lots of work since then as well.
I know I need the money.
Well, clearly you've got the house.
That's right. I got the house and the pants and the hat.
Yeah, it doesn't come cheap. With some of your more recent work as well, is there anything that you've done, say, in the last 5 years that really stands out as being like, this is so much fun, I can't believe I get to do this?
These are good questions, Steve. You should be an interviewer.
Well, thankfully, I'm here in that capacity.
Good. That's nice, because and with the accent and everything. All right, so here's the thing. See, the great thing about my job is that I get to make people happy, right? Rather than making people feel bad, I get to make people feel good. And it's not brain surgery, and I'm not saving the planet or anything like that, but it does make people happy, and that makes me happy, because it's like I'd rather be a force for good than a force for bad in the world, right? And the neat thing is, like when I do these cons, everybody at the cons now is of the age where they grew up with Animaniacs, and that's great. But I have been blessed enough to every year or two get involved in a new project that means something to people, and so I'm on these shows now called Doc McStuffins and Sophia the First that are like phenomenons with children. And if I'm still doing cons in 20 years, people are going to come up and go, I grew up on Doc McStuffins and that. Yeah. And another really cool part of my job is that stuff that I loved when I was a kid somehow comes around full circle and I get involved in it. Like Warner Brothers just put out a new version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory called Tom and Jerry and the Chocolate Factory. Now what Tom and Jerry are doing in the Chocolate Factory is probably best left to the imagination because let's face it, if there was a rat running around a chocolate factory, they'd probably close it all down and Wonka would go bankrupt. But in the movie, it's exactly like the original Willy Wonka, and I got to, which was my favorite movie when I was a kid, and I got to be three characters. I'm the guy that sings the Candyman song. I got to sing that. I'm the guy who's the father of the Blueberry Girl, So I got to go, Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. I got to do that. And I'm Grandpa Joe. So I got to sing, I've got a golden ticket. It's amazing, dude. And then on top of that, The Wizard of Oz was my other favorite movie, and Cartoon Network is making this huge new thing called Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, and I'm the Cowardly Lion, bro.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So that's amazing.
Excellent. And to finish with, is there
No, don't finish. This is great.
Oh, it is fun, but we do have other people that would like to talk to you.
Don't worry about that. Dean Cain, go away. This is important. Go on, dude.
Is there one particular project or character that you'd love to play that you haven't had the chance to yet?
Yeah, dude. I want to be Batman because he's rich and chicks love him.
Excellent. That's all we need. Jess Harnell, thank you very much for coming on.
Hey, thanks, Steve. It was so nice to sit and talk with you, and I enjoyed every moment of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That was wonderful. Really. Thanks, Popcorn TV. All right, now remember, I'm Dean Cain, and I was in Back to the Future.
Yes, that's what it is.
Oh, look, they got one of the little things and everything, dude. This is professional.
Yeah.
Or you should take notes.
3, take 1, cameras 1, 2. Camera 3.
Now what?